Tonight we're going to use the Enduring Beauty bundle. It has a lot of great sentiments and it has this beautiful cluster of roses. I do enjoy that you can put the roses on a big die cut, or you can die cut it after you're finished. It's kind of your choice. And the sentiments that, you know, I'm always wishing for a happy birthday, but this has some cute ones, which is holding you close in my heart, which could be a meaningful one. And then you mean so much to so many, which is great for when you're giving a card from a group. So I wanted to kind of show you what I had done the first time I used the masks. So this is just a simple and quick on a tiny piece of paper. And the reason I wanted to mention this is you don't necessarily have to use the full space that the masks take up. You can not fill in all of the leaves or everything and still have a cute picture. So that was one thing I wanted to mention. And then I wanted to talk about the masks, which the way that you know if you have the masks laid out correctly is that you have the notch lined up. And then they also have little tiny, like you need your glasses if you need glasses, numbers on them. So this one is the number 4. And so you can put them in order as you go, and then you will get your picture made like this. So you can either put them over a stamped image, or you can place them on a piece of blank paper and create your own little image. So I think first it might be easier if we go ahead and do one of the ones that are already set. So here is a black one. I tend to put mine up like this, meaning that I tend to put my blossoms, such as they are, these are not rose blossoms, they're just some other blossom. I tend to put those going up. So for me, that's kind of what makes sense, but that is not the way you would do it this way. If you were going to color this one, you would, is this making sense? You would put it down here. So it's kind of up to you, because if you want to read these numbers, then you're going to want it to go up the other way. 6 of one, half a dozen of another, it does not matter. There's no right way to do it. You can also go through and do it one way and then make it a different way when you're finished, you know, when you've finished completing it. So I did want to go ahead and put some Post-its on here just to hold it once I get it where I want it to be. And I asked on Facebook for some possibilities, and some of the ones people said were, well, I got some reds and some pinks, and I got purple and yellow. Purple and yellow were probably the most common, with yellow being the absolute most common. And so I wanted to try to use those colors, and then possibly just try to play with some of the others and see what we end up with. All right. So I've got my little sponge brushes here, or my stippling brushes here. So what I'm going to do first is start with my lemon lolly. And just kind of tap off maybe like that, and then just add my color. I'm going round and round, kind of both directions, so that I can get, whoops, and I made it move after all that work. Press too hard to get it right. Let's get it back where it was. And that's why most people probably will die cut after they're finished. I mean, it does make more sense, but I just wanted to save a step for us watching here. So I'm just going to go back in, add my color. Kind of here and there. Kind of sticking up here to the edge, since I did kind of get off. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead. Now this is kind of different. I'm going to take this because the next color I want to use is either going to be purple. What I wanted to mention here is to just go ahead and clean this off so that you don't forget when you are going from one color to another. We're going to be using the pink or the purple. And I think it's best to go ahead and clean it so that you don't forget. And it has a minute to dry after you've done that. Now, you may not need to clean much from the green, but certainly when you go from yellow to a, shoot, that is, okay, we may make that a blue or something on there. That'll look nice with the yellow. Certainly when you go from yellow to pink, you'll want to clean it. Go ahead and do that. I'll put one more. I don't know if that will help or not, but I'm going to get some blue real quick, and I'm thinking I'm going to get the boho blue. I haven't used that in a while, so I'm going to just go ahead and put that on these little ones. I wish I had a tiny blue. Oh, I do have a tiny blue. I have some of the colors, not all of the colors in the tiny. All right, so I'm just going to put that right there on the little tip edge there. And then there. Kind of come at it from both sides so that it will get its color in there. I don't want to get a lot of blue on that green though. Okay, that's probably sufficient. Close that up. Okay, and this is one where you definitely want to have all your colors out where you can use them. I've been imagining how I would do this, and I think it's going to be a lot of fun to use this with like every color. So if you want to have all your colors available to you when you're doing this. Okay, I'm grabbing my green. I'm just gonna, let me just go ahead and hold that with my hand there. Oh, I should have been more careful there. Got a little bit of green on my blue there. Go up here. I could have done a lighter color there. It probably would have been smarter, but that's what I did. Okay, now I'm done with my number 2, and I am going to go ahead, pop it in this little guy. Look how that's turning out. It's already pretty, even if I didn't do anything else, already pretty. And then I'm just going to clean this again. You can, if you think you'll have trouble remembering, you can flip it over and let it dry like that. But if you don't think you'll have trouble, then you can just kind of set them out to the side and let them dry if that's your main goal. All right, then I'm going to take this one, put it on here. Okay, there we go. So now I'm going to put up my lemon lolly. I could go ahead. Let's try that. Let's compare the difference here. If I were to go ahead and just go back over this with more lemon lolly, let's see what that would look like. What I'm doing is getting just a little, direct amount and putting it right directly on there. So you may want to use the lemon lolly, and you may want to use a darker yellow is kind of what I'm saying here. Remember to go both ways. Okay, so now let's see what we think about this. You could, if you think it needs to look darker, you could certainly put a darker color. But I think you can see the little shadows that it added pretty well. Okay, now I'm just gonna clean this again. I'm sorry, I know this is gonna get tedious, but anyway, it's just, the reason I want to show you this, honestly, is to get you in a good habit of doing this yourself, because that way you won't have any mistakes. We waste enough paper, don't we, with just things that don't stamp the way we want, rather than avoid that. Okay, so now I am putting this on here. Let's see. I think I have it upside down again. I do. There we go. Okay, and again, you could put a darker blue in this, but I'm just going to kind of ignore it. And you want to get these lined up because there are some stems here that you'll want to add color to. So you can just, if you see that the stems are lined up, you know that you've got it where it needs to be. I've had so much fun with these the Jungle Pals bundle, but I just keep finding them everywhere, all over the place. I'm gonna get one more this time. And I'm trying to decide if I want to use Garden Green or which one I want to use. I think I'm going to try the Mossy, Garden Green, Mossy Meadow. I can't decide. I think I'm going to go Mossy Meadow to get a darker green color. Let's see. I think I have a darker green here somewhere. There we are. Just going to use this and just add a little bit there. I'm trying to not put a whole lot of color on this part because I don't want to get it too dark. So since I am using the Mossy Meadow, and it is pretty dark, but I do want to get it right in those little points. Something I used to do when I would do masking is use a Q-tip. So that might be a situation on this where you could certainly use a Q-tip and do a really good job of that. So something to think about there. I hope I haven't done any of these where it looks like I just didn't do a good job. I hope they look like that was what I was going for there. Oops, I almost got too much on that. I need to get this one over here. That little guy. Okay, I'll put that up so I don't make a mess. Okay. And one thing I was really interested in is this is so dark here. I'm hoping that, let me put it up where you can see it. I'm hoping that when I go over it with the orange for the center, that it will look like it's got an orange center. The black is so dark. I actually did some of these with a lighter color because I thought it might be prettier with like a crumb cake, but it had recently been, my crumb cake had recently been re-inked, the pad had. So I decided instead to grab the gray granite, and that worked really nicely. Okay, let's see here. I'm gonna put my masking here. Try to get it where it needs to be. Okay, grab my pumpkin pie. Don't know if I necessarily want to commit to sticking this down. I feel like maybe I don't. Let's see. Like maybe I'll get it from a couple different angles. Oh, that's going to be really dark. Oopsie. Can't decide what I think about those. I'm going to move this over here. Okay, so you can kind of see what you think there. This is a very fall-looking pattern of flowers. I think I've used really dark colors on this one, but I do think it will be pretty when it's finished. So let's go ahead and kind of imagine what we might put this on. We could put it on a base of Lemon Lolly, or we could put it on a base of, that is not the one I wanted. I wanted this, there we go. This is from the Nature's Wonders, maybe, I don't know, the paper. The back side of it will remind you, it's got the vanilla orchids. And I thought that would look really pretty. It gives it a little more, especially kind of brings out the black. And then it also gives it a little bit more of a look there. And then I'm going to go ahead, punch out my happy birthday. Of course, I'm going to have to move it from where it is. It's not quite right. Get my scissors here. Sorry about that. Cut that off. There we go. And do think we need a really nice happy birthday, or I do. It's possible. What is your favorite current, guys? Your favorite current happy birthday. I think I need to get some more happy birthdays. I think I've got an issue. Okay, so then, again, I think that's the up, where it has the little flowers going up. And then a little happy birthday at the bottom. You can add, like, for example, a lemon lolly bow or something like that. That will be really sweet. And so that is that card. Let's go ahead and do another one. I think since the second favorite was the purple choice, I'm going to go ahead and do that. I'm going to go ahead and clean this off too. And then I'm going to set myself back up with these masks back in order. Now, I think someone had suggested, I think my cousin Cindy has suggested red. And so I'm going to definitely do a red, but I think I'll color it with the blends because I think I'll get a lot more possibility of color with that one. And I think it'll be really pretty. Okay. Right to this, I do not have them all going the same way up. Okay. Then 1, 2, 3, 4. This guy is my 5. So on this one, I think let's use this one. Kind of like that look for the purple. Being goofy. Okay, I do have this the right way. Get that lined up on there. Okay, that's my soft, pretty colors. I'm gonna grab the fresh freesia. And I need to put some of these guys away. Get out some purples. That's a pink. There's a purple. Okay, get the fresh freesia. Gonna do that, make sure I don't have too much. And then away I go with the fresh freesia. This is, oops. I went crazy. Of course I did. And this is one that I really could have stuck down to begin with, couldn't I? That was silly. So I will do that real quick. One of these guys. I guess it's even worse when it's not cut out. So as far as about sliding. So I'm going clockwise and then counterclockwise. Oops, it moved again. All right. Luckily, I think I stopped in time. I might need to get rid of these. Maybe I need to get some stickier stuff. I don't want to use those. I have tried those before, though. The Post-its where they're super sticky. Those will tear your paper. Okay, so there you can see the purple. Fun, fun. So now I'm just going to do a really light green. And I hope I don't get it too dark. I'm going to try to use the soft seafoam because I do like to put those together. Then I'm trying to decide, I'm sitting here thinking it could be really pretty to have the little flowers on this one be yellow. So luckily I still have my lemon lolly out, so I think that'll be pretty. Okay, so there's that. And then I'm going to use my small green, and I'm going to use my small yellow, if I can find it still. Where I set it. It's brown. It's orange. You guys saw I did have it. Okay, there it is. My yellow. I had to get these little tabs on the internet because I could not tell the difference when I looked at them. It looked like the yellows were orange and all that kind of stuff. It was silly. Okay, so now I'm going to get some soft seafoam. Oh my, there's nothing soft about my seafoam here. Wow. I must have just re-inked that. Gosh, I need some stories tonight. I don't have any. Sorry. I guess I'm tired. Okay. So now I've done the soft seafoam. I'm going to go back over that just a little bit. Okay. And then again, here I need to clean it again. I didn't clean the first one, and I think I want to do it one more time. So I better clean it. I think I'd like to try it either. I can't decide if I want to try it with like 2 different colors of pink, or if I want to try it with the like making it like a peach rose with yellow and pink. I think I'm leaning towards 2 colors of pink. Okay. And now you can kind of see that one. I am ready for this. And I'm going to use, for this color, I'm going to use my Highland Heather. Okay. Now my Highland Heather. Grab a purple. Oh, that's pink. I keep doing that. Having a little trouble with this one, making it look like I can see it. It's like it's just getting in where I first pounced down. Maybe I'll do like that. That was probably smart. Okay. This one off. This guy's away. I believe I'm done with the Highland Heather. Oh my, that's a different look. I'm not sure how I feel about that one. I think it looks better in the yellow, or the exact color, but anyway, we've tried. Now we're ready to do our leaves. Just have to line up my little stems. And then I think on this one, I'm just going to use the same color, just the same green. I said I was, oh, I dropped the green in the floor. Okay. Oh, I got some on my yellow. That was too bad. Gotta be more careful. What I need to do is mask off the yellow when I do this so that it doesn't do that, because it's too hard to try and get that without getting it turned yellow. But now I'll know for next time. And again, or a Q-tip. It's totally possible that's the best way to do it. Okay, now we're done with that. Oh, now that's a look. I kind of like that. Makes it look like rosebuds. They're yellow, but I really kind of like how that looks. So apparently you're going to get a lot of variety every time you do this. So that's kind of nice. I'll stick that back down. Put these little guys on here. And this is hard to see. You know, last time we had the black, and this time instead we have just a gray granite, and so it's really pretty hard to see. This might be one that you would want to just leave it off of. It's possible that you would think that that's sufficient, and I would probably agree with you. But, oh, I got some on that card base. That wasn't good. So another if I can't be a good example, be a dire warning. Okay, so the inside of one of these, you could go with a grape, you could go with a brown, you could go with a blackberry bliss, which is what I think I'm gonna do here with the purple, the center, because to me blackberry bliss is almost brown. I'm just gonna kind of barely go over it. And boy, that is going to get my stamp cleaner dark. Okay. Now you can, with these guys, wash them with just, you know, Dawn soap or whatever. Totally easy to do. Not a problem. Whoops. All right, that's what we ended up with this time. I think they'll look different every time we do them, so it's kind of a fun thing to plan on. So the way I would finish this one is probably directly on this, or maybe with some others, and then add in some embellishments, maybe some of the purple that go with the lavender. That would be super pretty, the purple gems. But your card is mostly complete. That's what I really liked about this, is that you really end up with a pretty card to begin with. I've lost one of my, oh, here we go. The "You Mean So Much to So Many" is kind of perfect there. So one thing I did on one of these that I was doing is I kind of pulled it, pushed it up as far as I could, and then that way you're only covering up your leaves. So that makes it nice. This is the die that comes with this bundle. So super nice. So there's that. And then, oh, let me just lay my stuff all in everything. Not good, not good. Put this up. Then I just need to clean these guys. I feel like I've taken enough of your time, and I should probably save the pink for another time, or just do it on my own and show you guys later. But I did want to go ahead and do some of these that I had already worked on. So let's see here. Whee! Always layering these is so pretty on a light colored paper like the Bubble Bath or one of the others. Just a really pretty look. And then another tip I had for this is just one of our foam sheets. They're sticky back sheets. It's really nice when you're stamping these to put it on this, put it on some kind of foam, some of the things that we sell, just anything, because it raises these up. They're kind of hard to get stamped if you don't. So it gives you a little more surface there for getting it just right. And then here's some more where I was cutting out. I tried this with the, well, I'll put this behind it so that it makes more sense. But I tried this with my markers, and I guess I used crushed curry, but it looks like I used the wild wheat or something. It's really dark, but I am going to go ahead and try it with my, this is Garden Green, crushed curry, and Bubble Bath. I'm going to try it with my sponging and see if I like it better, or my masking and see if I like it better. Now this probably looks like a ton of work to you as you're going through this. So remember that you don't have to work this hard. It's completely not necessary because it's beautiful regularly. You can see it would be beautiful if you put this on some paper with some black on white roses in the background. And then I also wanted to show you, and I've lost it. There we go. This paper actually has roses and gold. And I think it would be really pretty to just use all that you have in this this particular color set and just put your gold and teal. I am in the Wayback Machine on that one. Gold and pretty peacock on that one. And putting it on the white card base makes it kind of pop. You could certainly, I mean, it may be better to put it on the pretty peacock. It might make it less, whatever. You could emboss this in the gold. There's just a ton of different things that you could do with this. And so I would love to see, if you guys get this set, I'd love to see what you've done with it. So always be sure and post anytime you make something that's all Stampin' Up. Just help yourself to posting it to the page or on either on the video or something whenever you finish. So anyway, you remember this paper is the one that's got it's mostly petal pink and pretty peacock. And it slipped my mind what it is, but anyway. So that was one choice. This is one I'm going to work on in my getting ready to make my cards. And then this one with the lighter colored base with the purpley colors. And then this one stamped in black with our pretty yellow. So I will get to all of the colors eventually. But yeah, I didn't want to take your entire weekend, which I could because it's so fun. I appreciate you all watching, and I hope that you have a great weekend.